Click on the subscription button before we get into this, because this one is messy, emotional, and guaranteed to have fans taking sides for weeks. 2 weeks ago, during what was supposed to be a calm and private mediation session between Cardi B and Offset, tensions boiled over when Offset made a request that no one in the room saw coming. He wanted a DNA test for his youngest daughter. The mediation that went off script, the meeting, held in a sleek Manhattan law office, was meant to be neutral territory, a space where the two stars could address ongoing co-parenting arrangements, financial responsibilities, and public boundaries. In the beginning, things were surprisingly cordial. Both arrived separately, dressed casually, but with their respective entourages waiting in the lobby. Cardi reportedly came in wearing oversized shades and a fitted sweatsuit, headphones in until the very moment she sat down. Offset, in a black hoodie and gold chain, kept his hands in his pockets and spoke only when addressed by the mediator. According to two insiders familiar with the meeting, the first hour went smoothly. They discussed scheduling for upcoming holidays, shared custody details, and the importance of shielding their children from online drama. But then, out of nowhere, Offset leaned forward, his voice low but steady. "Before we go further," he said, locking eyes with Cardi, "I want to request a DNA test for the baby." The shockwave in the room, witnesses say the air in the room changed instantly. Cardi, who had been relaxed moments before, stopped moving entirely. She slowly set her water bottle down, took off her sunglasses, and stared at him in disbelief. "You questioning me? You questioning my child?" she asked, her tone sharp enough to make the mediator shift uncomfortably in their seat. Offset didn't raise his voice, but his words carried weight. "This isn't about disrespect. It's about clarity. I need peace of mind for me and for her." He gestured subtly toward a photo of their children that sat on the table, part of a document packet prepared by their legal teams. Why now? Sources close to Offset claim this request didn't come from nowhere. Allegedly, friends in his inner circle have been planting seeds of doubt for months, pointing out timeline inconsistencies from the pregnancy announcement to the due date. Some of these whispers have reportedly come from people outside the industry, making Offset wonder if there's more to the story. Others insist this is less about suspicion and more about closure, that Offset simply wants to shut down rumors before they spiral further. But to Cardi, insiders say, the request feels like a personal attack. She sees it as a direct insult, one source close to her shared. She's given this man her loyalty in ways the public doesn't even know, and for him to doubt her like this cuts deep. The heated exchange, the mediator tried to redirect the conversation, but the tension was unstoppable. Cardi reportedly stood up, pacing the room. She accused Offset of letting outsiders manipulate him. "You don't come at the mother of your kids like this," she allegedly told him. Offset, still seated, stayed calm but firm. If there's nothing to hide, then there's no reason to say no. The room went quiet again. Cardi's team suggested tabling the discussion, but by then, the damage was done. The fallout when they left the mediation, they exited separately, Cardi slipping into a black SUV without saying a word to reporters waiting outside. Offset walking a few minutes later with a blank expression, avoiding cameras. Since then, their communication has reportedly been minimal, filtered mostly through lawyers and family members. Friends of the couple say this DNA request could be a breaking point in their already fragile dynamic. Online, fans are torn. Some believe Offset has a right to ask if he has doubts, while others say his timing is cruel, especially given the public scrutiny Cardi already faces as a woman in the spotlight. Social media clues Cardi has been firing off cryptic tweets. One reading, "When you know yourself, you don't let nobody play with your name." Another simply said, "Protect your peace." even from people who claim they love you. Offset hasn't been as vocal, but a recent Instagram story featured the text. Truth always comes out alongside a photo of a chessboard, possibly implying he's thinking strategically about his next moves. A pattern of trust issues, this isn't the first time trust has been a sore spot between the two. Fans remember the cheating allegations, the public breakups, the surprise reconciliations, and the constant back and forth over the years. For many, this DNA request feels like the next chapter in a relationship that's been both passionate and volatile since the start. What's next? Lawyers are now reportedly in talks over whether the DNA test will happen, and if so, how it will be handled privately. But given both stars' history of speaking their minds, it's unlikely this will stay behind closed doors for long. One thing's for sure, this situation is not just about a piece of paper or a lab result. For Cardi, it's about defending her integrity. For Offset, it's about finding peace of mind. And for the public, it's about watching yet another explosive chapter unfold in one of hip-hop's most talked about relationships. Until then, the silence between them is louder than any diss track.